So yeah, there is a game today. This is just for me more than anything else. Like the Rangers and Panthers are playing. I think the Panthers Rangers tied the series up for the last game. I've been really following it because like I wanted to see the Panthers go back to the Stanley Cup again. It was actually really cool last year when we had the Panthers and the Heat both playing in their respective finals. I thought of the two teams, the Panthers had the better chance of winning, but they barely won a game. So I hope that they're on their revenge tour. I don't know what's going to happen with them. I know that the Rangers are the heavy favorites because they won the President's Trophy and they also have the best, which is basically the best record in hockey during regular season. So we'll see what happens. The game is at 3 p.m. Eastern time. I'll just be peeking in and see what's going on with that. As far as the today, because it is Memorial Day weekend, Indy 500 does take place today. Unfortunately, the race is being rained out right now. It was supposed to start at 11. I think it's still being on a delay. So I don't know when that race is going to start. Yeah, because there was a storm that came in. So there was a thunderstorm that came in. So the race got delayed. So I don't know when that race is going to start. But I will be peeking in and checking to see who's going to win this Indy 500. This is like my tradition I do every Memorial Day weekend is to check in on the Indy 500. So I can't wait to see what's happening with that. As far as basketball news goes, I really don't have a lot to report. I know fact that the Dallas is going to be playing the Timberwolves game 3 tonight. The Celtics played last night and won their game. They're up 3-0. So it's looking like they might end up sweeping Indiana unless Indiana comes out swinging in the game 4 on Monday. Either Monday or Tuesday. What's the next game? Let me see. Yeah, they play on the Monday. So unless Indiana comes out swinging on Monday, this could be a clean sweep. The biggest races at the beginning of the season. Yeah, it's always the biggest race at the beginning of the seasons. Biggest races that happen at the beginning of the year. Actually, beginning of the year. Because we look at the whole calendar year, you have the Daytona 500 takes place in February. The Indianapolis 500 takes place on Memorial Day weekend. And Miami has their race here for Formula One. Miami has their race here starting in May, early May, and then you won't see them in the U.S. again until like October when they race in Texas in Austin at the their track. The circuit is called Circuits of America, which is like the largest track in America. And then they're going to do a late night race in Vegas. That race starts like at 2 in the morning. I was like, bruh, that is late as hell. Plus, they already had the race in Monaco, and I think Leclerc already won that Formula One race in Monaco, so that was pretty cool. That just tells me that Verstappen is going to have some competition this year. Verstappen, whoever his name is, I don't like him, but he's going to have some competition this year because Nando won here in for the Miami. Yeah, he beat Nando won in Lando. No, I'm sorry, not Nando. Lando won here in Miami. And then Leclerc won in Monaco, so he's going to have some competition in his races. But I still think it's his championship to win. I don't see Hamilton, being as this is Hamilton's last year on contract with Mercedes-Benz. I don't see Hamilton making anything of a factor into the races. But that I'll just see what happens. It's very difficult to keep up with some of them because a lot of their races do take place early in the morning because they have to compensate for the European market. But yeah, there you go. The races I probably look forward to Formula One is after the Miami race because my brother went to that one and I did watch that and I showed a bit of it online on stream. Won't do that again. Is the one in Austin, the one in Las Vegas, the one in Mexico, and the one in Brazil because those races are local, so I'll be able to see those. Not to get off too, I got way too off a tangent, but yeah, that's what's going on with Boston as far as Indiana. The game 4 is tonight. No, not tonight. Tomorrow, and then tonight, Dallas and Minnesota will be playing each other. Right now, Dallas is 2-0 against Minnesota, and they're looking very good. Look, I love Anthony Edwards, but Kyrie Irving is that dude along with Luka. Luka has shown in the past that he can carry a team to play through the playoffs, and they're just doing it. And then now he has Kyrie Irving with him so that he can continue to show that they can do it. That's a 1-2 threat that I would never want to see. So that's what's going to happen. Do I still have Boston winning it all? Yeah, I think Boston's going to win it all. Despite who comes out of the West, I think Boston is a different team this year. Added Porzingis really add more depth to them. Jaylen Brown and Tatum, they're both older, wiser, better players. That coach has a year under his belt after losing the Eastern Conference Finals that he did against Miami last year. I knew they was going to come back with a vengeance, and it's Boston's championship to lose at this point. So, especially after now that Denver is gone. Like, I've seen Minnesota beat Denver. I was like, yes, it's pretty much Boston's championship to lose at this point. So, yep, just add another tick to the Boston celebration. That's all I say about that. Moving on to UFL news. This actually happened. So, let me pull it up. Let me pull the score. Because I thought the Stallions were going to run roughshod through the entire league. They actually lost yesterday. I was surprised. I was very surprised. So they lost to the Brahmas. They were undefeated up until this point. They were winning all of their games. And like they're already in the playoffs. But they lost against the Brahmas. So we'll see what happens. I think there's like one more week next week that they play. And then semifinals will be the week after. So yeah, they lost to the Brahmas 18-9. The Renegades beat the Battlehawks 36-22. So there was two major upsets with the Renegades beating the Battlehawks. And now at 2:30, both Eastern time, you have the Panthers taking on the Roughnecks and Defenders and the Showboats facing each other. It's already, I think, like I said, the standings have been pretty much decided for who's going to go in the playoffs. The Brahmas and Battlehawks are going to play each other for the XFL title, while the Stallions and Panthers are going to be playing the USFL title. Check your local listings for airing all the games. I think the games are on ABC, Fox, and NBC, I think. NBC may have a game or two. I can't remember exactly, but that's what's going on as far as USFL news. The NBA draft should be coming up very soon. I think soon after the championship is done. The draft should be taking place late June, early July. It's very difficult to tell. I know it's late June because I don't think they do it in July, because the reason being is that in July you have, of course, our 4th of July celebration, but then right after that 4th of July you have the All-Star game for the MLB. So you're not going to compete against that. And then there's like a dead spot right after MLB. You might have like an MLS game here or two, but that's about it. It's like dead spots when it comes to sports. Summer's like dry for two things: sports and games. Like, I don't know what it is about the summertime. You would think games would be like, release them, kids are out of school, let's go. Anyway, yeah, the draft should be taking place sometime in late June. But the thing that's been picking up steam is, of course, LeBron James Jr. or Bronny James. So rumor has it that Lakers are looking into drafting him to keep LeBron, because LeBron's already been on record saying that whoever team picks up his son, he's going to go to that team. I think he's a free agent. Or he has an option to I think he has an option to opt out of his contract with the Lakers if he wants to play with his son. So whatever happens with whoever team picks him up, which I think will be the Lakers, because the Lakers probably will want to keep him, especially that they're gonna get LeBron. Other teams that could potentially pick him up, I think the Hawks have the #1 pick, so that could be happen. Seeing LeBron play in Atlanta would be crazy. I would be like, bro, hey man, go get your tickets now. Go get a set of tickets. I don't care if they're nosebleed section. Go get a set of tickets now, because we're going to go see LeBron play in Atlanta. Um, it's very well possible that can happen. I don't, but more likely, I think that if he is going to be a draft pick, if he's going to get picked up, more than likely it'll probably be the Lakers because they want to keep LeBron, they want to keep Anthony Davis. Like the Lakers might not be a championship level team, but they still need to earn some level of trying to think, some level of entertainment, value. They got to bring something to the games where people can see. And obviously, having LeBron James there is a draw, so you gotta keep that there. That was the interesting thing I was looking at this week that I kept seeing the reports about Bronny James coming to be drafted by the Lakers in the first round. That was crazy. That's something I was like, really? This dude who barely played full college season, we're gonna draft him out in the first round? That's what we're doing? Okay. Yeah, so I mean, you're gonna get LeBron for one more year and then he's probably gonna retire. I guess. I don't know. It's just weird. Other NBA news, more coaches got fired. Bickerstaff, who was coach for the Cavaliers, who basically they couldn't do anything against the Celtics in their series, got fired. So they were looking to go in the next direction. I think what it is that they want to keep Donovan Mitchell under to resign him, and it's very important that they would bring in a coach that maybe he would like to take on as far as his career in Cleveland. Rumor has it that he's definitely on the list of potential free agents that a bunch of teams are trying to get, including my own Miami Heat. So we'll see what happens with that. If I was a betting person, I don't, unless Donovan Mitchell says he's looking to move, I don't see him moving from Cleveland. To be honest with you, it'd be nice, it would be cool, but I would love to have him on Miami Heat. We need it. We need another scoring option, but I don't know. I mean, if he's comfortable in Cleveland and playing for the Cavaliers, why move? He's played for Utah for most of his career. Then he got traded to the Cavaliers, play there. Like, what's the difference? Unless he goes to New York. Now, if he goes to New York, that's a different story. Cleveland's trying to get back to being great. Cleveland's in a good position right now. They're not. The problem with Cleveland is they're kind of a middle of the pack team in the East. And it's not a good look when you're in the middle of the pack. So if you're going to be trying to be great, you would want to bring in not only you have to bring in a good coach, but you would have to bring in another signature player that can complement Donovan Mitchell. Now, honestly, I haven't watched a lot of Cavalier games this year, so I don't know what that potential piece would be. Maybe a big person that can bang in the middle, perhaps. I don't know. Or somebody that can come off the bench or could be a spot up shooter. I don't know what that piece is, but if you're trying to be great, you're basically looking to spend money. And as a team that's in the top 20 when it comes to payrolls and earnings and stuff like that, because I don't think Cleveland is in the top 10. I don't remember Cleveland being in the top 10. Miami's certainly not in the top 10. We're always on the outside looking in. But I think Cleveland's in like that same position too, because you got the top teams in the league are the Warriors, Lakers, Celtics, Dallas, Chicago, New York. Well, actually both LA teams. Now I'm thinking about it. Both New York teams, those big market teams, and Cleveland is somewhere in the middle. So I mean, you would probably have to bring in a marquee piece. Maybe. If you can convince Donovan Mitchell to stay and you continue to try to build and build and build, I don't know what their cap space is. I don't know what they could do, but maybe you could convince Giannis to come from Milwaukee and move over to Cleveland. That could be a possibility once his contract is coming up. If Giannis is not happy in Milwaukee, he can move over to Cleveland because I know that place is about to be a dumpster fire very soon with the coach they got. That was like Milwaukee is a dumpster fire waiting to happen. It's going to happen. I have no problem saying it's not going to happen because it's going to happen. Yeah, I could see that. And then y'all could pretty much run the Central Division because like who's your competition? Indiana. I think y'all could easily beat Indiana. Milwaukee wouldn't be a problem if you moved them over. Chicago has got health issues. Detroit is a joke. So who's your competition? And then you're looking at the East, you'll probably compete against the Celtics, so you'll have to get better against them. So you have to bring in an extra piece against that squad, especially when they got Porzingis, and they showed that they were the best team in the league, and up and down throughout the entire season. And then in the playoffs, they've been excellent. Like they've been like what 4-1, and most of the playoffs. And against Miami, they went 4-1. Against Cleveland, they went 4-1, and then they about to sweep the fucking Pacers. Like, bruh, y'all gonna really need to step up to beat that team. And then after that, y'all got New York. New York is still got some draft picks. They could probably bring in a star too. If they bring in LeBron, good luck. That team is tough. They just had injury issues. That was the only issue with New York. They had injury issues. Because I was like, bruh, I don't know how they're going to make it through. I said, there's no way they're going to make it through Indiana because Indiana should be able to beat this team with all the injuries that New York have. Because let's say New York made it past Indiana and they play in the Celtics, they would have got swept. Easily, they would have got swept. They would have swept or forfeit. Which one do you want? Which one do you want? You want to be swept or forfeit? Pick one. You ain't got no squad. You can't bring no players. Your two ways, you can't do nothing. Pick one. I'm just saying. But that's what they were looking at. God darn, that crash was bad. How bad was this crash? Oh Lord. Oh Lord, you see this? That was on the first lap? Jeez. Yo, go back. What happened? Look at that debris. Jeez. That's crazy. That's crazy. I hope they were okay because ooh, Lord, that was on the first lap. Let's see. Wow. Yo, was that Verstappen? Look, hold on. Yeah, this is what I want to find out. Hold on. Oh, that was Sergio Perez. Okay. I didn't watch this race because it was early in the morning. I think when they had not early in the morning. It was this morning, and I had to be had to do other things. Yo, look at that car, bruh. Y'all see this? Look at that car. That's crazy. That's crazy. And all three drivers were unhurt in the crash. Man. Yeah, that is definitely scrap because that car is. Ooh. And I'm telling you, it don't take much to wreck them cars. Like, it don't take much. They're not. They're not. Yeah, they just. Bruh, that's crazy. Look at that. Let me go back. Hold on. This is the camera view. Yep. And bam. Look at that. Man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know about that. I'm sorry. I did not know about that. That's wow. Well, I'm glad that everybody's okay. Yeah, that's crazy. Bruh, yeah. Racing's dangerous. Racing's real dangerous. That's all I got to say about that. It's a hella dangerous. Oh goodness. All right. Well, one more thing before we go, because I didn't know about that accident. I really did not. That was crazy. Actually, two things before we go. Let me go back because I need to address this. So the World Baseball Classic has announced that they will be really. Anyway, let me go to it. Maybe hold on a second. See if they got it. It was on the news, but basically the World Baseball Classic have announced an MLB, the World Baseball Classic finals will be taking place in Miami for 2026, which is a good thing because they usually take place here anyway. If you don't know, the World Baseball Classic is basically professional baseball version of the World Cup, where basically teams and athletes from professional leagues all over the world get to play respective countries. It usually takes place during the spring training around March. And then they finish up the games before the season starts, which is like April. I'm looking forward to see what happens. I know the last World Baseball Classic, Japan won it. It was basically Shohei Ohtani facing his former teammate Mike Trout in the final inning, and he struck him out. And then they won the World Baseball Cup. So Japan will be the defending champs. We'll see what happens. That's the last time I saw Mike Trout be good. And then I'm gonna finish up with boxing news because your boy got suspended. Like, he got suspended, but his test did come out bad. So Ryan Garcia, after he won his fight against Devin Hanley, his A sample came out to be positive. Then he has to have his B sample checked, and the B sample also came out positive. So now at this point, he's trying to go through the legal course where basically, if he's able to prove that the samples were tainted, he will not be suspended. Otherwise, he's looking at first time suspension for a banned substance. So yeah, it sucks. You don't want to see boxers go through this, but if you're cheating, what can I say? It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens because he was 3 pounds overweight before the fight between Devin Hanley, which basically meant that he had to honor a bet that they had. Like, he paid him in cash. He also couldn't fight for the Devin Hanley title, so if he won, the title was vacated, and Devin Hanley would just have that L on his record, which ended up happening because Ryan Garcia was able to knock him out. So, yep. That's all I have for the news today. It's been pretty light because, like I said, it's mostly been the NBA playoffs. Not much going on. I know softball, college softball is doing their tournaments right now. College baseball is going through their tournaments, their conference tournaments, and they'll start their World Series run very soon. And not much else has been going on. I know for a fact that the Premier League is finishing up. I think it was Man City that won, or I already mentioned that. And then Manchester United won the FA Cup. Congratulations to them. Real Madrid won their championship league. Congratulations to them. PSG won their championship league. Congratulations to them. Have to see who's gonna play for UEFA's championship though. This thing is so confusing because like there's times where am I even signed in with this? Nope. Really? Give me a sec. There we go. I was like, why my stuff look different? And I figured out why. I have to fix that too. I don't know why it says UK, but it should be US. Is it football? Oh, it's really called football. Okay. Oh, because of the UK thing. I gotta fix that. Okay, so yeah, Borussia Dortmund will be playing Real Madrid. That'd be this next week, next Saturday. Okay, I'd be interested to see. Let me see if Real Madrid repeats. Anyway, make sure you check all your sports news for through ESPN.com, FoxSports.com, where I checked it here. You also can go to Sports Illustrated for all your sports news. Why is this thing? I gotta fix some stuff. I don't know why it puts me in the UK. It should be US. There we go. God damn. I don't know. That might have been one day. I might have been. I think one day I was logged into my work machine, and my work machine VPNs uses the UK time zone, and probably was checking ESPN over there one day by accident, and then it just flipped it over. Who knows? Anyway, I'll take a break in a minute. Let me get set up for the game review. We'll play that briefly, and then we'll continue the stories of Darlene Workman. All right. So thank y'all so much for coming through and enjoying this, and I'll be back in a few once I hit the record button.